Right. So, um, I just wanted to go through some things. Well, of course, that I've been thinking about, and well, based on my trading, my my process overall, and well, where to go or what to do next or whatever. And well, one thing is I'm gonna first talk about the firms basically, because well, that's also important part, one of the most important points as well. Um, Basically, well, I was trying with this take profit trader. But the reason is because I wanted to change a little bit from top step, but because of the latest news and stuff that is going on with the own broker and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. But the truth is that I mean, top step is still like the top, basically, the most reliable and the most trustworthy firm when it comes to futures and everything. So I think it makes a lot of sense for me to just continue with them basically. Or keep doing my best and trying to get what I want to get, or on the way. The point is, with the other firm, for example, I mean, yeah, I traded really well a couple of times with them, so it was good until it wasn't basically. But the thing is, their account basically is, I think, is a little bit more expensive than Top Step. But not only that, they don't give you the chance of having like no fee requirement. So basically, when you pass this challenge, I think it cost me like 100 or something, 100 something like that. And then of course, when you pass, you had to pay the fee, which was 130, meaning basically that account was like 230 in total, something like that, with a discount. And it's just insane. And for example, the I didn't reset the account definitely. The reset was like 640 something dollar for the founder account, which I wasn't gonna do. That's disgusting, especially at this point. So yeah. Anyway, that's one of the reasons, and also one of the main reasons why I didn't like that at the end is because of one thing that I wasn't aware at the beginning, and it is the trailing drawdown when you are funded, and that is honestly stupidly retarded because it forces you to close your trades earlier, to take profits, and to kind of cuts your trading by a lot. Because for example, let's say I'm have like, let's say, plus 400 or 200 in profit, for example, and then I get a stop loss and break even, my drawdown is still those 400 plus or whatever in my daily drawdown. So it's kind of like, even though I took a break even trade, it is as if I was taking a loss basically of minus 400, which is stupid, honestly. What I like from Top Step is the fact that they only have trading drawdown when you are doing the test, the first the first phase basically. And after that, the drawdown is fixed basically. It stays at 50k when if you go above 52k or something, then it goes fixed. There is no trading drawdown, and it's end of the day, and that's really important for me as well, because it doesn't matter if I go up and down during the day. What matters is how I close the day when the market is closed. So that's really 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 big thing. So that's one thing. Another thing is basically the trading itself. Um, there is good things, there is bad things from this last account that I blown yesterday. Bad things first, basically, yeah. At the end of the day, I didn't manage to even take a payout out of it, and I didn't manage to keep the account, which is also the main goal as well, to be consistent and to keep the account. I didn't manage to do that. Uh, why I didn't manage to do that is because, well, I lost the big picture from my head this last couple of days. I just lost that, and I tried to make things happen as fast as possible, and then they wouldn't happen. It always ends up the same way. It ends up in blown up accounts. So yeah, the good things is that for at least a period of 2 weeks, when I was doing the test at first, I proved myself that small steps and like keeping this consistency and short time in the market helps me a lot to improve my trading and to improve my results. So that's one of the most important points. I don't need to trade a lot. I don't need to be here the whole day, even though yeah, that's also depends on the market situation. It might be good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my best to go back to that version of my trading, which is me being consistent. And also one thing that I want to say about that is that I don't want to try to be done as fast as possible. Yes, I would like to trade less, definitely, but I'm gonna sit and wait for the market to tell me what's going on, especially when I'm alone here. because I do have time for that. That's one thing. And second is that when I do identify that the market is strong to one side, for example, let's say that has happened many times where I have found a trend day, for example, like last week or something, like it was really up like by a lot, like I don't know, like 500, 600 points or something at the end of the day. When I have days like that, that I am somewhat aware that it can happen, I would push the gas in those days, meaning that I will use, if I have green days, for example, or if I have some profits, I'm gonna use that profit to feel more free and to trade more and maybe more aggressive in the direction of the market. Because I do have a good edge, and I think I need to learn how to push it. And by push it, I mean, for example, if I have the let's say the anticipation or thought that the market could trend, then I want to remain in the market as long as I can, you know, to try to make the best out of it without fear and without greed and without anything like that. Or also like, trying to not to just like, let's say, have a small cap like 200 or whatever a day and then just calling it a day for no reason, really. Because even though yes, that is discipline, and it also maybe help a little bit, doing some small base hits and stuff, that also cuts you trading a lot. Because if you cut your winning trades or your winning days, you are gonna end up paying them most likely, because you are gonna end up losing. So yeah, I mean, of course you have to, the best most important stuff is to cut the losing days as fast as possible, but also to not to cut your winning days as well. You need to learn how to exploit them and to how to take the best out of them. So I think that's really good important point for me. I do need to go back to the best version of me. I need to just remain patient and do my best to plot the best trading I have, because I know I have it. So this last week, basically, it also doesn't define anything really. It's just a failure. It's just one. It's really, it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't really say anything about me. It's just that means that yeah, that wasn't right. So that's okay. So I'm gonna continue moving forward. I'm feeling good. I'm also well, just being with my kid, enjoying my time and everything. So that's what I'm gonna do. First of all, tomorrow. But yeah, and I'm just looking forward for the next week, and I really wanna take it straight. Take it. I took what I did. It's fine. I own my mistakes, and I'm gonna learn from them. Because I truly believe that it's not about how many times you fall. And I'm not saying this to myself just because of like marketing fucking phrase or whatever. It's because it's the truth. I fall so many times, and it doesn't matter how many times you fall. You have to continue. You have to get up and own your shit and just keep going, because it doesn't stop. If you want to stop and cry someday, that's okay. Fine. You can be pissed. You can be sad. You can be whatever the fuck you want, but you have to continue. You have to continue. You have, because you know where you want to go, because you know that you can do this, and because you know that there's no stop, basically. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue being trustworthy with myself, and then just trying to do my best to go in the direction that I want to go, because I've proven to myself that I can do that. And if I manage to eventually keep doing that, and holding myself in that line, I think I can go really far, and that's exactly what I'm gonna hit. And that's pretty much it. Also, one thing is that one of the advantages that it's a small thing, but one of the advantages that I have while trading in Top Step is that they basically have these trading view charts, which is so handy for me, because I have everything at once here, except for my own indicators. I have pretty much everything. So yeah, easy drawing, easy access, easy whatever that I need to do. So easy analysis overall. So I'm really happy about that. So I'm gonna just let it be for here for now, and yeah, I'm gonna come back on Monday stronger and just keep going.